So I am over on Threads. I'm not over there that often, but when I open up my Threads app, it definitely is tailored to me. A lot of these women I'm not even following, but it sends me all of this highly feminist stuff. Like Allie. Allie says, men. I'm not dating women my age because I'm focused on creating a financially secure future for my future family. She says, also men in their 40s. It's not fair. Women who are 20 years younger than me no longer want to date me. And then she says, y'all made your own loneliness epidemic. To that, I say, yes, they need to be lonelier. Varaka says, it's funny to me how men in their 40s, completely different post. It's funny to me how men in their 40s and 50s seem to have nothing better to do than to try to argue with 18 to 35-year-old women and even worse, teenage girls. My highest category of male interaction is 45 to 50-year-olds who are literally spending their entire day trying to be condescending and put me in my place. Next couple of posts. Macia says, men don't want peace. They want a woman who obeys. That's why they say, I just want a feminine woman. I don't like women with attitudes. I want a girl who lets a man lead. Translation, they want control, not love. Here's what most women don't realize. Now, I'm just showing you the first few posts. I put a star by this because I'm going to come back to this. Fixed Air Heather says the term pick me isn't just about hearing men out and agreeing with them. It's about placing men above all else, centering male attention, and doing so at the detriment of other women. Those types of women do not have the backs of other women. They're the women who disappear from friendships when they're in relationships. And the women who place other women in danger by doing things like telling their secrets about about assault and other abuses by men to other men. I'm going to come back to Macias in a minute. Fixed Air Heather was resharing this post from B Harper 90, a man, saying, let's kill the phrase pick me. It's gone on long enough. God forbid there are women who like to hear men out, understand what we're saying, and may happen to agree with us, shaking my head. Who would have ever thought? And yes, the ones that tend to be labeled pick me anytime they may agree with a man or see where he's coming from, they do and will get picked. So that's what B. Harper said. He says, let's kill the phrase pick me. And to that, Uppity Negra says, your request has been reviewed and denied. Next. Because this is not even what a pick me is. They really don't know these labels. So the women jumped into this comment section saying, a pick me is a woman pushing misogynistic tropes to gain the approval, the head pats of men. Its royalty says exactly. How about we start with actually learning what the term means? Stale Potato Chip says, which is why he likes them so much. And so since he specifically said, let's kill the phrase pick me, I think that we all need to use it at least 2 times during the course of today. So go ahead and work it into a sentence somehow, just to be antagonistic. Then Pepper the Black Cat reposted this quote from Ken Brisbane saying, it's not male loneliness. It's the fact that men aren't being centered. With the advancement of women, it's becoming harder for men to adjust. And then she asked, what do you think about his statement? I absolutely agree. Men have not gotten the updated version and they're still operating on men are supposed to be the protectors and the providers. And for that reason, they don't understand that women are actually providing for themselves and don't need this protection that they keep talking about. And so for that reason, many of them don't have a purpose. And that's the reason why many of them are so lonely. So, like I said, all of these posts are literally things that we have talked about on my pages. Martha at the bottom says, rest in peace to yet another talking stage. He asked me what I was wearing to bed, and I responded, the full armor of Christ. He hasn't spoken to me since. It's been 3 days. Okay, so that's funny. That's not something that I would have said, but I love witty comebacks. I love witty women. They just make me chuckle. So I told you I was going to come back to this Macia's woman that had this men don't want peace. I'm going to go through all of her points. She says, men don't want peace. They want a woman who obeys. That's why they say, I just want a feminine woman. I don't like women with attitudes. I want a girl who lets a man lead. Yes, they do use the word girl all the time. Translation, they want control, not love. Here's what most women don't realize, one of eight. She says a soft woman isn't enough. He doesn't just want a caring partner, a peaceful home, a feminine energy. He wants power. He wants to know he's in charge. That's why the moment you challenge him, set boundaries, say no, he starts calling you difficult, too masculine, not submissive enough. Because to him, your value isn't in who you are, it's in how much he can control you. That whole saying no will set them off. I'm so glad that she included that. She continues with, it's why they break the rules they set for you. He can like half naked pictures, but you can't. He can go out whenever he wants, but you can't. He can be respected, but you have to be humble. He doesn't want a relationship. He wants a dictatorship because they find their purpose being able to rule or be a semi-god in the household because they are powerless out in the real world. That's the reason why they do this. All right, she says that's why a man will settle for a woman he doesn't even love as long as she's easy to control because it's not about romance, it's about ownership. The truth, a man who actually wants peace will respect your opinions, listen when you speak, understand that love isn't about control. A man who wants control will shame you for being independent, expect you to sacrifice your needs for his, only respect you when you're quiet. Oh my God, this is so on point. This is the reason why women like me, extra feminist women who have opinions, will get shaved, will get called names like masculine all the time because I have an opinion. And the whole thing expect you to sacrifice your needs. That's the reason why child-free women and single women get shamed so much because they expect these women to be sacrificing simply because they are women. And oh my God, this whole I only respect you when you're quiet. How many men say, I just want to come home to just peace and quiet while having a relationship? They don't want women who actually talk. They want like robots or something. She says, men don't actually want a submissive woman. They want a woman who submits only to them because the second they see another man that has your attention, they panic, they compete, they remind you who's in charge. It was never about love. So, ladies, remember this, a man who needs control will never love you fully. Real love isn't about obedience, compliance, being less to make him feel like more. A real man isn't threatened by your power, he stands beside it. So, that was her 1 through 8. I think that it pretty much touches a lot of things that is creating contention between women and men these days because they want control and women want to be fully autonomous humans that can speak their opinions and live life how they want. And they need to crush that. They need to crush women's spirit. So Anna Attract says part of the dissonance is the shift in what a man is supposed to do as his role. What are men left with when we strip them of protector provider roles? No one seems to be answering that question except for the men that want to go back in time when things make sense for who they believe they should be. Where are the men who believe in a different future and how are you finding meaning in your life through the chaos? The whole thing about them being a protector and provider was created by patriarchy who wanted men to be in these boxes, women to be in these boxes. And women, we have decided that we're going to create the future we want to and push out of the boxes. The men haven't gotten on board or do not understand that women can do all of these things too. So they need to figure out their own purpose. This one made me laugh. This man says, good men don't want control, they want respect and rightful authority. Like what makes them the rightful authority? Like why do they get to come in and be someone's authority? And respect goes both ways, but they don't understand that. That's why this person just laughed. And to that, Carly said, preach. And actually, they don't want either because look at how they treat docile women that they can control. She says, be the problem. Be the problem. Men love to try to be problem solvers. Trust me. Be the problem. That's her notes. I know I touched on a bunch of different themes and there's no cohesion, but y'all needed to see what I see when I opened up threads. I'm so happy that so many women are talking about these different things across platforms. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think of all this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.